All right, everybody cleared on your screen. Guys, good morning. Happy Friday. First Friday FYR Partner Zoom. Today is Friday, November 3rd. Can you guys believe it? November 3rd. I saw something the other day, and it was like how many days until Thanksgiving, how many days till Christmas, how many days to the end of the year, New Year's, and everything else. And the numbers were a lot smaller than I was expecting them to be. So it's coming for you. But I'm excited to get going. We've got all kinds of good stuff to share. I'm going to see if I can share the PowerPoint from this slide. Let's see if we can do this. Yeah. Look at that. Sweet. I'm a technological genius. Because I can operate Zoom after 10 years of doing it. All right, you guys can see that. Let me go on here to slideshow, play from start. Bam. All right. Now we're cooking. All right, let's kick this puppy off. We've got all kinds of good stuff to do. And Kyle is, not only a leader in our organization, but he is also I respectfully refer to him as like the FYR golden retriever. And if you know us, you know that that's a very endearing term because we love our golden retriever. But Kyle gets to know everybody. He is he's so fun, and he likes to get to know people. He cares about people. He's interested in people, and people respond well to that. And he makes tons of friends and is really welcoming. Feels like everybody knows Kyle. So Kyle, we'd love for you to lead us into welcoming our guests and the new members. So we'll start off just seeing if we've got any guests in here.
Awesome. Yeah, I know Kavan is on the call. I know he is working, but welcome. We're so glad you're here. If there's any other guests, please throw it in the chat. And we'd love to welcome you. We're so glad that you're joining us to say hello and see a little bit of our culture, our energy, and meet people. If you have 30 seconds, Kavan, if you want to just real quick, just say hello and what your previous profession is, and where you're calling in from, that would be awesome. If not, no worries.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle. This is Kavan Patel, and I recently passed my Delaware salesperson exam, so I'm just investigating my options here, and I thank Kyle for inviting me to this meeting to learn a little bit more about the culture at EXP. So I'm just here to absorb and potentially ask if anything comes up, but thank you all for having me.
Yeah, welcome. We're glad you're here. And definitely you'll know that anybody that's on this call, you are welcome to reach out to and hear their story and what made them excited about joining EXP. And we're one big family. We support each other. So is there any other guest out there?
I think Evelyn is on here.
Hey, Evelyn, welcome. If you just introduce yourself, say hello, where you're calling in from, and
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me. I'm calling from Hagerstown, Maryland, and I'm in the process of getting my license. I passed my course. I just need to take the national and state exams. And currently I am a pharmacist.
Wonderful. Well, welcome. I was in your position not but 2 years ago. It goes by fast, but it's a roller coaster and it's a fun one. So welcome. We're glad you're here. Well, great. Well, I know we've got some new partners and we also have some birthdays. So I'm not in charge of the slides, but here are November.
Got your birthdays right here, brother.
Here we go. You may not have been born yesterday, but you were born in November. So Selena, happy birthday to you. Born on the 7th. Jesus on the 10th. So happy. Benny, we're so glad you were born on the 20th, and Lena on the 22nd, Lisa the 25th, and right the next day afterwards, Alex here on the 26th, and Ryan. Happy birthday to each of you guys. I hope you have an awesome day. Make sure you make your wish. And then here are our new partners. I would love for you guys to take 30 seconds real quickly and just say where you're from and how long you've been in the industry, and maybe your favorite Thanksgiving food if you're on the call. So welcome, Michael Gallagher, Dylan Mitchell, and Alexandria Goodman. Is any of those guys, I'm looking here, is anybody on the call?
I don't see them.
Alexander's on the call.
Oh, Alexandra's there. Yep.
Hey, Alexandra.
Guys, good morning.
Good morning. How long have you been in the industry, and where you're from, and what's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
So I'm actually brand new. I just joined like last week or the week before. Yeah, I'm so excited to be here. I'm here with my 11-month-old right now, so you may hear some screaming, so I usually keep it on mute. But yeah, my previous profession, I was a personal trainer for like 7 years.
Well, welcome.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
I've got 3 kiddos, so now that's my other job.
Yeah, it's full
And
time.
my favorite Thanksgiving food is pumpkin pie.
There you go.
you're gonna love this business. I've got a 9-year-old, and that's what's great is you are
Oh,
your
so
own
do I.
boss. And so you get to decide and make things happen, and your family gets to be a part of your business. My daughter and I, we set a goal a couple years ago to go to Disney World, and so we've been working towards it. And so she comes with
Oh, how
showings with me
exciting.
and those kind of things. So don't be afraid to include them to be a part of it. Welcome. We're so glad. Where
Thank
are
you.
you
Glad to be here.
where are you in Texas, by the way? Because that's a big state. Grady is out there. It's a good person to
Oh
connect.
yeah, I'm in Plano.
Okay. Awesome. Well,
Love Plano. Preston Road, baby.
Yeah, I'm close to there.
well, welcome to everybody, and looking forward to seeing everybody. I know we got some events coming up, and virtual is awesome, but in person's even better. So at some point in time, we'll be able to say hey together. So Dave, thanks for giving me the opportunity to welcome people.
Love it. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, man. We are so glad. And if you're here as a guest, we are so glad to have you come hang out with us. You're going to find this an amazing group. And those of you that just joined, this is your family. We're here to help you out. So you're never out there alone. You got lots of people to help you, use the workplace, get embedded into workplace chat and the FYR workplace group for this group. And then also in general workplace to connect with all of the agents, 90,000 agents, all around the globe. You got lots of people there to, as resources. So you're never out there alone for sure. So, but we're so glad you're here. All right. So, there's some really, really, obvious reasons for being entrenched and involved in your community. But how to do it well and how to do it in a way that, really blends in with your kind of who you are as a person and also your business goals, and bringing all of that together in a really cool way, can sometimes be difficult. And we've seen that the Rory and his team have all done a really, really incredible job with that. We're local, so we see the stuff and we receive things in the mail, and we know the reputation in the community, and he's got some really cool things going on. So we asked if Rory would share today some of the cool things that he and his team are cranking out, and how they're embedded in the community, and even how you guys can either get involved with specific things that they're doing and or duplicate in your market. So Rory, thanks, brother. Appreciate you sharing.
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, thanks. Happy to be here, and excited for this part of the year every year. So our team has been, building up client appreciation programs, but also figuring out ways that we can engage and help in our community through different various charity events throughout the year. Next week we have this event. It'll be, I think it's our 4th or 5th year in a row doing it, and we just have so much fun with the whole process. It's called Stockings for Soldiers, and what it is basically, it's basically a drive where we go and collect from our clients, past clients, anyone in our community that's willing to donate. And we have a list of various things that you can donate, but ultimately we're collecting items that we can send to the deployed troops that we have overseas that aren't going to have a chance to be home over the holidays. So anything from like books to toiletries to food to candy to foot powder, DVDs. We have a whole list, and what we do is we put that all together beforehand. We're collecting it actively in our office now. And it's also an opportunity for us to go out and engage with our past clients, our sphere, and the community, just to show them, hey, this is what we're doing. And then next Wednesday night, we get together as a team, and we'll actually go to the site that's collecting all of these goods from around this, the tri-state area. And you can imagine it's a huge operation. There's I think it's in a warehouse over off of 202 Concord Pike, where the Target is in the movie theater. They have this little, obscure door, and you go in, and there's probably several hundred people there on any given night for the next week or two. And what we actually do is we bring all the goods that we're collecting, and then we obviously donate those, but then we spend the night actually doing the physical stuffing. And so we get in line, we bring our kids, we bring the family. So any of you guys, if you're in the area and you'd like to join us, by all means, you're welcome to join us. It's a rewarding night, and it's a lot of fun to get engaged with. So we just go around and we'll stuff stockings, and we put them in boxes, and some people are writing handwritten cards to the soldiers. Other people are just, working on logistics and stacking boxes. Others are actually stuffing the stockings. So it's a really fun event. And again, it's a client appreciation party too, because it gives us the opportunity to invite people, anyone that's willing to come. There's never too many, volunteers. So that's the first thing that we do, and that's what's coming up this coming week. And then secondly, we have our 4th annual pie giveaway. And it's interesting to see, as we've gotten this far along with this client appreciation party in particular, how it's really starting to get legs, and it's starting to gain popularity, where people are starting to ask about it. And leading up to this, the first few years, there was kind of the fledgling years where you're just nervous that anyone's going to buy a pie, or anyone's going to come in and pick up a pie. And now we're last year, I think we had about 115, 120 pies that were picked up, and we'll do an event here in the office. Of course, anyone that wants a pie, I'll send you guys the invite as well, but you're welcome to stop by that evening. And we always do it the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. So it's a great opportunity for us to re-engage with clients, re-engage with your sphere, re-engage with the community. And they can come pick up a pie. We'll have hors d'oeuvres, we have music, we have cocktails, and it's just a great way for us to, reestablish them as clients, and they can come in and see our operation, see our office. And it's just that's a really fun evening as well. So we coordinate that in conjunction with the pie giveaway. We ask people to bring in food goods, like non-perishables and food, because we donate to the food cupboard every year. So that's a great time of the year to donate, because things, as the winter months start approaching, the food cupboard is leaned on a little bit more heavily through the winter months. And so we, I think last year we donated almost 2,000 pounds of food to the food cupboard. And, the goal every year with that is for that to gain momentum as well and continue to support the community. And it's just a great opportunity for, any business person. You're looking for ways that you can get in contact with your sphere. So this is one of the ways that we've implemented that, and it gives you touch points throughout the year for each different individual event that you're putting together to just engage. And so we've had a lot of success with it. Santa will be here for the pie giveaway as well. So it gives an opportunity for people to bring their kids, get pictures with Santa, and, have a drink and be on their way. So that's what we do. And we enjoy it every year.
That's awesome. I love it. There's so many touch points on this. I mean, it's one of those things where, first of all, with the first one, Stockings for Soldiers, I mean, you can pick the cause. This is one that is near and dear to our hearts also, and we're going to be there with you guys.
That'd be great.
Yeah, we'll be bringing some stuff for sure, and we'll be there to help however is needed.
Awesome.
But that's something where you can pick a cause, and then you're supporting something that's important to you. When we talk about funding your reason, it isn't just about making sure you have a great house and a fancy car.
Right.
right? It's about how are you giving back? What are the other things that you're doing, for your community and other things that are important to you. And so, you could pick those things that are important to you and use your business platform that you have to give back in those areas. But it's also a great touch point. You're going to find other people in your database and in your community that, also have the same, thoughts towards whatever cause it is that you're supporting. So you're going to find those people, and you're more likely to do business with and associate with people that have a common, some commonality. So great opportunity for that. Also, obviously a touch point, reason to reach out to your clients, and you're not just sending them recipe cards, and that kind of stuff. So all of these things are ways to really kill a lot of birds with one stone, and doing a lot of good. So really awesome. Kudos to you guys. Love all this stuff. So hopefully, and some of you guys might be doing some other things. So if you have some other cool ideas and things that you're doing, pass them along to Kristen and I, because we would love to highlight what you're doing as well. Not only to highlight what you've got going on and to bring attention to causes that are important to you, but also to share, all of our best practices of how you guys are finding ways to serve your community and grow business at the same time. So good stuff, Rory. Appreciate you for sharing, and your whole team for all the work and effort that they put into it. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, what do we got coming up? Oh, Frank Panunto. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Frank Panunto, Senior Director of Growth for EXP, also happens to be part of the FYR family and one of our great friends. Frank is, he's in charge of helping this crazy rocket ship of a company grow, and does all kinds of stuff. And he sees what's going on out there and the performance that's out there, the quality of agents that are coming in. So we want to, Frank, we want you to lead us off and sharing some of the good news out there. Morning.
Listen, things are going really, really well. So you guys get an idea of what's happening. We're gaining about between 3,500 and 4,000 agents a month right now are joining our company. So I'm talking about single agents, teams, brokerages. There's a lot of momentum right now. It's huge. And for those who are interested in the growth part of it and the exit strategy for yourself, I don't know there's ever been a better opportunity or better time to be speaking with somebody. And Dave and I talk about it all the time, save the ones that are swimming towards you, which I love that Dave, taught me. And there's a lot of people out there looking for that. So I know I've been having a lot of conversations with people lately, more now than I have in the past year and a half. And people are much more receptive to that conversation. So, what I want to say is just there's a lot of opportunity. And the biggest thing is to get out of your own mind and get out of your own, limiting beliefs that people aren't interested or people don't want to talk to you. That's just not the case. People really do. And when you come from a place of, I love what Rory's talking about, when you come from a place of giving and a place of authenticity, those conversations are much easier to have. So I just want to share that with you today for sure.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. And you got the screen up there. We've got some folks with their first transactions. You got that on there, Frank?
Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. Hey, this is great. Lena Reeves in Florida. Congratulations, Lena. And remember, guys, when you do your first transaction, you get $200 in EXPI stock. So that's awesome. And Sarah Pogue, if I hope I'm saying Sarah's name correctly. Sarah, congratulations on your first transaction with EXP. So fantastic stuff, and certainly hoping for many, many more for all of you. Mark and Rochelle Owens. They had their first transaction. Oh, they capped. Even better. So congratulations on capping. 100% commission. I love that. And, it's funny when we talk to people about this too, it's not really 100%. It's actually a little bit more than that because of the stock awards that you're getting. Because remember, when you cap, that means they have gotten their $200 stock award for their transaction and then a $400 stock award for capping. So they're getting 100% plus $600 worth of stock awards given to them from the company. So that's awesome. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you. Love it. Yeah, great stuff, guys. And Frank, we've got regional rallies coming up. We've already had a couple happen, and I know the one near us in Pennsylvania is coming up on Monday, but they're happening all over the country, and these are pretty awesome events. We have actually an Esther. I don't know if she's able to be on today or not. She was unfortunately not able to be here today, but we were talking about different things. I got to meet her for the first time at the regional rally in the Philly area. She came as a guest. And this is her testimonial. If you want to just read through her testimonial and then maybe share a little bit about why people should be going to the regional rallies.
Well, Dave, let me give you the lineup. First of all, this regional rally, which is going to be Monday, this coming Monday, guys, from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock. What a lineup we have. We have 3 icons. Michael Collier is going to be there, which if you don't know Michael, he's phenomenal. Really, really good. So he'll be one of our icon speakers. Megan Kelly, our Vice President of Global Operations, is going to be speaking. Elizabeth Riley, 8-time icon, who is an absolute Hall of Famer here at EXP. She's coming in from Texas to do her speaking. Jason Gessing, one of our corporate leaders. Jason is one of the OGs of EXP, guys. He's one of the people from the ground up to help build this entire company. He's coming. Jason very rarely is on the road doing talks. So I'm going to be doing a half-hour fireside chat with him, which is going to be awesome. So what a lineup we have. So if you guys are free, you should come out Monday, November 6th, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. I think it's $49 as registration. I believe it's pretty inexpensive. And it's a great day of celebrating and unbelievable sharing. I know Elizabeth just sent a video out. And she's like, hey, I can't wait to come there and open up my playbook and tell you exactly how I'm doing things. So to get that kind of training and that kind of information is invaluable.
Awesome. I love it. Yeah, I'll share here what Esther said. This is such an awesome testimonial for these from her experience. But she said, attending the regional rally was the best decision I've made. I remember complaining to one of my agent friends about how the brokerage where I was didn't feel like the right fit for me. I wasn't growing how I felt like I should, and there were times where I didn't get much support from my coaches or other agents. That's when my friend introduced me to Kyle, because everybody knows Kyle. And let's just say the vibe was right. He invited me to the regional rally, and it was clear as day that's where I needed to be. I learned so much, felt so welcomed, and was excited for my real estate career again. Listening to the speakers list all the opportunities EXP provided them, the training, the technology, listening to other agents' success stories was exactly what I needed to be around. After that regional rally, I did what I needed to do to sign on with EXP, and I've never been happier. I've never felt lost. I never feel lost anymore. I always have someone to help me when I need help. I've had opportunities to meet new agents and work with them, and they're not even in the same state as me. I love EXP. My experience has been amazing. So this is when we just said, hey, Esther, I remember you ended up going to the regional rally and joined shortly after that. What were would you mind sharing your thoughts? And this is what she sent us. So so really, really awesome. Love to hear that, guys. But these regional rallies, one for Pennsylvania is coming up Monday, but they're in like 26 locations all over the place. And so we've got the links out there, and we'll be sending it out if you haven't already seen them, but they're everywhere. Guys, for $49, it's you really should be at these things. You're going to learn a ton. You're also going to get recognized. You're going to connect with agents, EXP agents in your local area, and you can bring a guest as well. So check it out. We encourage you guys to get to these things. They're really, really amazing. And they'll be coming up again in, I think, April or May.
Yeah, I think we're looking at May, Dave.
May? Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So they'll start coming every May instead of doing the fall. So this will be the last time they'll be in the fall, and then the next one will be in May. And you want to just block these off on your calendar. So awesome. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate it, man. And speaking of good news, by the way, for this group, guys, market's funky, right? Market's funky. It's different. And I talked to you guys are all over the place, right? We got people in Colorado. We got people in Maryland. We've got people in Florida, Louisiana, Alabama, Maine, you name it, Jersey, everywhere. And the market's really different in all those different spots. But the thing that's the same is that it's funky, right? It's just a different kind of funky in each one of those areas. And so everybody's pivoting and everybody's shifting. But what's really, really cool to see is, check this out. For this October, compared to last October, the number of transactions that this group did doubled. Okay. And GCI is up 400%. 400% gross commission income, 400% increase this October from last October. Guys, that's huge. That is huge. So, transactions are up, but price point is up. all of those things. And so, commissions are generally up. So things are moving, business is being done. And our 10-month year to date for this year is already 30% over the full year of 2022. Just to kind of give you an idea. So there's a lot of positive movement happening in the group right now. So if you're not feeling it personally, I just want you guys to know that you can succeed in this market. And so if you're not feeling it, if you're struggling right now, if you're feeling frustrated, your business isn't where you want it to be and everything else, I just encourage you to plug in. I encourage you to be active, to engage with the group, talk to us, talk to, people and, other agents in your area, talk to your broker, get into the EXP training classes, go to the regional rallies. I mean, those are the things that infuse you with. You walk out of there with one good idea that you can go implement that gets you a couple of other deals. It turns your world around, right? Everything feels hopeless until bam, I got 2 more deals on the books, and all of a sudden things are looking pretty good, right? So it just takes that little spark to turn things around. But I'm just telling you that I want to show you that people are thriving right now in this market. There's a way to do it. So if you're not feeling it personally, get engaged. Let us help you. That's what we're here for. We're here to, our whole mission is to help you guys build great lives on this platform. So we want to help you out, and there's ways to do it. All right. So let's talk about education. There's a couple of, speaking of increasing your business, we are beefing up our own internal education opportunities for both production and for agent attraction, right? We want you guys to utilize this platform to build the most wealth possible through the real estate industry. So we've got a couple things up there. We've got our YouTube channel. And so I'm going through and recording classes. Some have already been recorded. We've got a 3-part series on leverage that is all about team building. Takes you all the way soup to nuts on everything through there, and the whole entire process to do that. And we've got one that I just put up there about building your partner program. And some of these are kind of beta classes. I've gone through and taught them and recorded them. And we're going to go through and refine them and continue to lift the level of quality on these, the recordings and everything else like that. But the information is what's most important, and that stuff is there for you. So when you get this, you guys will get all this stuff. We're going to put it in Workplace and everything else. If you don't know where our YouTube channel is, it has the link in there, and the slides will be, have a link to it. But there's all kinds of classes on there on pretty much every topic that you could want, and we're continuing to add more. And some of you might have some incredible classes that you want to offer to the group, and we can offer them live, or we can put videos up on our YouTube page as well. So if you have something like that you feel might be a good fit, please reach out to Kristen and I, and we're going to make this super robust. We're going to be including all kinds of good stuff on here, but there are lots of classes that are up there already, and a bunch of others that are recorded that are now being uploaded to the YouTube channel. So we're going to keep FYR University on the YouTube channel, as full and robust as possible, and keep offering additional classes. So keep us cranking through all this. Okay, now I'm really excited about this, guys. In addition to, we want to keep making offers to you guys and creating opportunity for you guys to, build your business and serve your clients, make money, and create leverage for yourself. So in that vein, we're looking at what are some of the other service areas that we can provide opportunities for you. One of them is just in some of the key ancillary services, like title and mortgage. And so we have built a mortgage company and title company that can provide top level service for you, incredible service to your clients. Finding right now with the loans, with the interest rates being higher, it's really important to be creative. It's really important to have, hardworking partners that can get things to the table and not have things fall apart, and can, demonstrate what the opportunity is in this market and make the best fit to help people get into the homes they want to get into. So super, super key to have all of these, connections and relationships and service providers who can really keep your business going and provide opportunity to your business. And so we've made some very, very excellent strategic partnerships. And so we want to today talk specifically about, and you guys have had a chance to meet Mike and Chris Rapucci, and these guys are partners for United Home Loans. They are the principals. And real quick, I'm just going to share. I mean, these guys have an incredible history. They're leading a mortgage company that has been around for a very long time. It's actually been a family company. Their parents started a long time ago. It built into a very large mortgage company with an incredible, impeccable reputation for a high level of service to the consumers and to agents. Great relationships out there. They happen to have two sons who both got into the finance world and have been out there doing really, really awesome things out there on a corporate level. And eventually both of them found their way home to take over this mortgage company and have taken it to the next level, both with technology and service and applying their unique concepts to this incredible established company. So I was really excited to be introduced to them. Turns out they longtime friends with Frank Panuto, and Frank, being in the business for 147 years, has worked with them. And he said, Dave, you don't understand. He goes, and I know Frank, and I know his business, and I know he does a lot of all kinds of business, from land development and you know, everything else to tons of residential sales and everything else. And he's like, you know, not only have we not ever missed a loan, but we've never been late, you know, right? It's just incredible service. And then of course, getting to know them, really respect both their professionalism, but their heartbeat. Such a good match for the culture of our organization and our partners. So we're really excited to partner with them. And we've got already they've been operating for a long time. So there's operational in 5 states and doing tons of business out there. But we're set up to be able to open up across the country. So we'll be able to bring this to your market and provide incredible opportunity for you. But wait, there's more. So I want to talk to Mike and Chris here. Let me see if I can get them highlighted on the screen, because we hinted at an incredible opportunity for you guys, and something that can be done now in mortgages, and a way for you guys to continue to increase your income. So we're going to talk about that now. So hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dave. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, we got you. Good to see you. It looks like you're in the new studio.
Yes, we have the new podcast studio up and running.
Awesome.
So looking forward to creating some great content for all of you as well.
Love it. Thanks for being here, guys. We're gonna dive right in and just kind of go through this quickly, but we want make sure people understand what we're talking about. So it's always been legal for agents to do both mortgage and real estate. That's something that agents have been able to do. But it's been, real estate companies and mortgage companies alike have been a little bit hesitant to really push on that. I know plenty of agents that have their mortgage license and their real estate license. They just haven't typically worked on the same transaction because like FHA didn't allow it, right? So talk to us a little bit about kind of, what the parameters are. Just give me a quick overview. Give us a quick overview on, what was changed recently and what does that mean?
No, absolutely. And thanks for the introduction, Dave. So, and even to your point, for forever, there's been realtors that have also been loan officers. And I personally know quite a few of them up and down the East Coast that the companies that they were with, the real estate brokers that they were with, actually would not permit them to do both, right? So not just from a regulatory standpoint, where it was permitted to a certain degree, depending on who the actual real estate company was, they said, no, we're not going to permit you to be both a loan officer as well as a realtor. So really, again, since prior to even 2013, it was permissible for a realtor to be both a realtor and a loan officer on the same transaction and get compensated for both sides of that transaction for conventional loans and conventional loans only. What happened last year in 2022, the wonderful powers that be within the regulatory entities that oversee the mortgage industry, they came in and they clarified the rule on loan officer compensation and said that, no, you can be both a realtor and a loan officer on a given transaction, be compensated as both on both conventional as well as FHA loans. So that really opened up the floodgates, right, in terms of opportunities for realtors to become licensed loan officers and get compensated as such.
Yeah, yeah, and then EXP corporate, right, issued a statement and clarified it in the ICA for all EXP agents in North America that the company permits the agents to do that, right? So they gave some clarifying language and said, hey, it's okay, because they had some other things in the ICA before that made it where you had to get approval for certain things. So they've opened up the door to it and said, hey, the company has looked at all of these things and agrees that this is perfectly legal, not a gray area, and agents can be doing this. So that was nice because they came through and just said, hey, with this new ruling, we're totally comfortable with agents being compensated as loan officers on the same deal that they're working on as a realtor. So there's an opportunity here, and something that we have created in partnership with you guys for United Home Loans, where there's an opportunity if you want to get your mortgage license, if you want to do mortgages. Like, there are people that do multiple, you're independent contractor, some people do insurance and real estate, or they have they do other things to make money as they're going through, where there's a natural overlap in your sphere of influence and that sort of thing, and opportunities. And so if you would like to also be a loan officer, then agents have the opportunity to go through you guys and guide them through getting their license, and they would be licensed with you as a loan officer, and they can operate as a loan officer and as a realtor. And everyone kind of understands what a loan officer is, hopefully. But let's talk about the other option, because some people say, listen, I just want to focus on real estate. B, I'm really busy. I don't really have time to, take on another type of a job and everything else like that. And I'm not looking to go do that. And C, some people say, I don't really want to do the full loan and the real estate side of this for my client. And so, but they still would love to have a little bit more insight into what's happening on the mortgage process. And hey, if I'm bringing the business in and they're coming to me and I'm referring the business over, I can't get paid to be bringing business to you as a RESPA violation. But if I'm licensed and I do the application, now there's an opportunity to get paid as a loan officer assistant. So can you describe what a loan officer assistant is and what the responsibilities are in order to be paid?
Absolutely. So this is one of the unique opportunities that we're introducing with United Home Loans. So as Mike said, you can become a loan officer, but there is this other concept of a loan officer assistant. The major difference, is in terms of how much activity and how much work you're doing to introduce that client to the lender. So as a loan officer, you are responsible for really everything end to end. And that comes from taking an application, looking at an individual's income, running credit, looking at debts, et cetera. All of the things the loan officer is responsible for. Loan officer assistant is very different. It is simply introducing your borrower to the lending institution, so to United Home Loans, and offering them to take an application. That application is an online application that they would just fill out, would submit it to one of the loan officers that are within United Home Loans. You then become the liaison, as you are typically, between your client, your borrower, your buyer, as well, and the loan officer who's doing the heavy lifting behind the scenes. And with that, you can be compensated on the loan.
Awesome. All right, cool. So, if you think about the process that everyone's probably going through with their buyers right now, right? Hopefully you're all asking some of those questions. You're talking about their financial goals. You're starting to dig into where they need to be, right? If they want to go look at properties, you need to get an understanding of where you're going to be looking and how much they comprehend about what they can afford and that kind of stuff, right? What's their level of education, information on it. You're providing them some of that general information, and then you are making sure that they go through a pre-approval and then approval process before going out and showing them properties that they may or may not be able to buy. So that is part of what an agent is already doing, working with their buyers. So much of that is an overlap where you start to have those conversations, and then typically, and you should, and I just put out there a class on building your partner program, right? And so you should have that mortgage partner. And so you're going to then say, great. And this is, they're coming to you and hoping that you're going to guide them through the process. And it's been through all of the inquiries of buyers through like the NAR and other institutions who survey buyers and what they're looking for. They're looking for a one-stop shop. They want to come one place and have you guide them through what they should be doing and where to go and what people you recommend for all of the things that they need to either go purchase their home or sell their home. And so part of that is the mortgage, right? And so you come in and you're going to refer them to someone. So you say, hey, we're going to take you through the process and boom. And this is the mortgage company that I work with. This is who I recommend. Here's a group of mortgage companies out there. You can use anyone you want, right? But this is who I recommend. This is who I work with. And, you should definitely go through and get the pre-approval. You're going to be contacted by a loan officer who will help you pick the right product and then take you all the way through closing, right? So here's the link. They click on your link. They go through the application process. They fill out the information online. They're contacted. They go to closing. You get paid, right? So you're doing exactly what you already do. But if you get your license to be a loan officer assistant, then you're going to get paid for having done that. And so it's just same amount of business, no extra work for you, but you get an additional paycheck. And Frank, I love what Frank says. He always says, hey, when I go to the settlement table, I want to get paid 4 times, right? Frank, what are your 4 payments you get at the settlement table?
Well, I like to get a commission. I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy about getting revenue share. Super happy about that. I'm really happy about getting mortgage and title, because we have title coming as well. So we have 4 different ways to get paid at settlement. When you think about being a transactional agent, we have agents that are not interested in attraction, and that's perfectly fine. That's your choice. So if you're going to be strictly a transactional agent, that doesn't mean you don't want to maximize those revenue streams as well. So having those opportunities is huge. And I would also add, Dave, one of the reasons why we work so hard on putting this together for our FYR group is, guys, I preach this from the mountaintops every day to everybody I speak to, that we are in the service industry. We used to be in the information industry. We used to have all the information about houses and real estate out there. If you needed it, 25, 30 years ago, if you needed to know what a house was selling for, you had to call a real estate agent. And we had all that information. Well, now that's all out there. So I think, and I use the word customer experience all the time, the customer experience and your level of service has to be paramount. It has to be the most important thing that we're putting out there right now. And when you can do something like this, now you have total control. I think you mentioned it, Chris, I'm not 100% sure, but being a loan officer assistant, you also have access to the files. You're going to see where people are in the process. So being able to over communicate with your client on, here's what's going on the transactional side of it, here's what's going on the financial side of it, having all that information to be able to provide that service to your clients takes you to a whole nother level. And that's just huge from what your value propositions are when you're sitting in front of people. So super excited about this relationship, super excited about this opportunity. It's an absolute no-brainer. I know Deb Carroll's on. She's already started the process to get her license. I'm going to be starting mine over the holidays here. So really excited. When it comes to Mike and Chris, you guys, I've been working with them a very long time. Authentic, real, hardworking, incredibly smart people. So getting things done is not going to be an issue. So what we tell everybody is just plug in, start with it, give them one, and start understand what the experience is going to feel like. And that's going to be an important thing for us. I don't know, Mike and Chris, did you talk about your reach yet, where you currently are and where we're going to try to go with it?
No, I got a couple more things I'm going to take them through on here to make sure we've got everybody. And guys, we're going to give you their contact information. You can reach out to them, and we'll get some FAQs out to you as well. And please keep in mind, 2 things that are important. One is, this is an opportunity. We're putting this out there as an opportunity for you guys because this is a new change in the way that business is done, and it's a chance for us to add additional income to the closing table, right? For everybody in the group. So this is an opportunity for you to make more money, and take advantage of this. But we're not trying to strong arm anybody into doing this or anything else like this, right? We're putting this out there as an opportunity. And you may have relationships and say, I have relationships and I'm doing those things, then that's fantastic. Just have the relationship first and foremost. But secondly, if you have someone great that you work with, we have an opportunity to bring them into this company, right? Bring them into United and add them in here. And you can keep working with the same person that you're working with, get the same level of service that you're used to with the same person that you kind of have your rhythm, you're down to a rhythm with them, and that kind of stuff, but also still get paid on the closing. So real quick, guys, just in the last couple of minutes that we've got for this, what does it take to get licensed? What's the process to go through? Just give us kind of a quick bullet point of, because it's pretty easy, right?
It is very easy, especially as we're hearing, I guess, the amount of time and the effort that it takes to become a real estate agent, right? You know, just in terms of the number of hours of training classes and the like. But it's really only 3 steps to become a licensed loan officer. First, you need a unique identifier, which is creating an account within the NMLS system. So you have an identifier. From there, you would go through and take a 20-hour class, okay, with a training provider who is credentialized. That can be done in a couple of different ways. There's in-person, there's 3-day classes, there's self-paced virtual classes you can take over a 7 or a 14-day period. And after the class is completed, after the 20-hour class, you would take a national exam. Once the national exam's done, it's just about registering with your state and then signing up with United Home Loans. And at that point in time, you're a loan officer. That's really when the fun starts and when we would get involved and help from an actual training perspective on whether someone would want to be a loan officer or a loan officer assistant. And that's something that we've really customized for every individual that's come through the process.
Awesome. Yeah, so it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. You can get started on it. And guys, if we've got a group of people looking to do it, there's some things that we can do to help, get that through. I think there's some things we can do as far as getting instructions set up for you at certain timing. If we've got a group that makes it work. So the process is pretty easy. You can start on any time, like right now with market being a little bit slower, and especially going through the end of the year, this is a great time to jump on it. You can only get paid out you have to be licensed in that year. But if you're planning on going through and getting it done before the end of the year, you can start. You're going to want to connect with these guys and get it all set up, but you can start sending loans through now, and they'll set aside the amount that you would be paid on those loans as a loan officer assistant. As long as you get your license before the end of the year and you're active, then that you can still get paid out in this year. So all those funds would be held aside if you have 1 or 6 or 20 or 5 closings. All the money for each one of those going through from a buy side, they'll hold that money aside for you. And then pay you out once your license is active. You have to have an active license to get paid. So that's something that you're able to do in the mortgage industry. And then if you start off next year, then that's fine too. But so talk, guys, give us just a real quick overview of what should people expect as a loan officer assistant from a comp standpoint. How's that calculated?
Yeah, so loan officer assistant. Right. And if we kind of go through an example, we'll go through, right. You are going to be compensated up to 10% of the total compensation that's received on that mortgage transaction. Right. So kind of taking an example of a purchase price of $500,000, a loan amount of $400,000, the loan officer assistant is going to be making $1,000 on that transaction. It is a very straightforward type of calculation, but again, up to 10% of the total compensation that comes off of that loan. The amount of steps that's required for a loan officer assistant, which last time I calculated, I think was 2 in terms of active steps that somebody has to do as a loan officer assistant, and be able to make $1,000 is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. And like I said, it's already stuff that you're likely doing with your buyers already. So you're really not adding much to your, it's just a specific link that you're giving them as far as the application.
Yeah. And then Dave, just real quick, I just wanted to let you know that, I did, and I apologize. Anytime I get involved in something, I really kind of dive deep into it, right, and obsess about it. Which is one of the things that we've done on the mortgage side of things. But then when we started talking about this, right, went through and actually started looking at the test questions for the real estate exam, just so I could compare them to obviously the testing questions on the mortgage side of things. And I will hands down tell you, I was more confused on the real estate side, even when they were talking about the financial numbers and the calculations, than I was on the mortgage side of things, right? So personally, for me, if I was ranking which of these two subject matters is more difficult from a study perspective, from taking a test perspective, I would honestly say hands down, the real estate exam so far in my mind is more challenging and more difficult than getting your loan officer license.
So you're saying that realtors are smarter than loan officers? Is that
You know,
Is
I'm
That means a
not
lot.
going to go there, but you couldn't just take the compliment, could you?
Oh, you know, I could not resist. You know, I could not resist. No, but from a, a lot of people go, man, I was sweating bullets taking the real estate exam. I mean, it's a shorter class and a more straightforward exam. I mean, I've always said the real estate exam, it's crazy. The whole thing. I mean, it's very little to do with what we actually do as realtors. And it's, so it's a lot more straightforward. And so it's not something that you should sweat. If you can pass a real estate exam, you can pass this one. Again, shorter class, there's less content that needs to be absorbed to be able to do it. And a lot of it is stuff that you already know. So, yeah, so that's great. And one last thing, actually two last things. One is, guys, we're a revenue sharing company and, we grow through creating that opportunity to refer other people in. And so, as we built this, we wanted to build in a component that would help it grow. We didn't want to have it be too complex, but you can refer in someone to this. You can refer someone to this opportunity. If you are licensed and you're in it as an LOA or an LO, if you're licensed, then you can refer someone into this as well, and they can go get licensed, and the mortgage company will pay you a portion off of all of the loans that they do, right? And then one more level. So there's three total levels: you, and then someone you refer, and someone they refer. But you can refer people in and get paid. So if you have someone who does a ton of buyer business, right, and you refer them in here, and then all the buyer loans that they're closing, that they're getting paid on as well, you're going to get paid a portion on that one. And then if those people refer others, you're going to get paid on that. And also I should mention that they do not have to be with EXP. They just have to be a licensed agent doing business who becomes a licensed loan officer. So if you know someone who is an incredible producer, and maybe you're working on trying to bring them to EXP, then this could be a great way to get into business with them and to talk to them about an opportunity, help them make more money right now. And when you're helping them make more money and you're bringing them into a great community of people, there's a higher likelihood that as they get to know everything over here, that they're going to want to be in business with EXP. So it's a great lead in. It's a great reason to talk to someone. It's a great value add that you can give to other agents that you know. So that's, I just wanted you to know about that opportunity. We'll dig more into the details on it. And if you're want to pursue this and everything else, of course, reaching out to us, and we'll help you out with it. Currently, loans are being closed in 5 different states. So guys, I'll make sure I've got this. We've got Florida, we've got Maryland, we've got Pennsylvania, we've got New Jersey, and we've got Delaware. Did I get them all? Yeah. All right. So those states are currently open, but we have the opportunity to open pretty quickly in just about any market. Right. So we can do that and get that opened if you've got an interest. So if we're not open where you are right now, just reach out to us and let us know you want to do this, and we'll talk about it, and we'll go through the process of these guys are experts in the expansion side of this from a business standpoint, and they have everything all written up and drawn up and ready to be filed and that kind of stuff. So just it's a process to go through with each state to get set up to be licensed, to get the company licensed in that state. So but just reach out to us. Don't let the fact that we're not currently active in your market hold you back. We if there's interest, we're gonna go where there's interest and there's volume. Guys, any last thoughts that you want to share before we
just 2 things from our side. I think number one, we do have the ability, if you have a loan officer that you're currently working with, right, to bring them into United Home Loans. I think they will be pleasantly surprised upon the conversation in terms of the depth of the products and programs and our pricing that are in terms of interest rates, what it is that we're able to offer out to clients, as well as their own personal compensation. So more than happy to have those conversations with those outside loan officers if you're already working with somebody, and doing that obviously on a one-on-one basis. The second thing that I'll point out, right, which as we talk to people about this, a lot of it goes falls by the wayside. One of the most powerful things, right, from a compensation perspective, that you're going to be able to take advantage of once you get licensed, that you've never been able to be compensated on before because you were never part of the transaction, is on refinances, right? Refinances, somebody wants a home equity line of credit, somebody wants to do a second mortgage, whatever the case might be. On all of those refinances, for everybody that you've been putting in homes for the past 2 years, that once the market corrects itself and interest rates come down, once you're licensed, you're able to take advantage of doing the refinances on behalf of all of those clients, right? So it's a great opportunity to be constantly engaged with your past clients and be able to get compensated on all their future transactions as well.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's a great point. So think about that, right? All the we've been using this term, but all the marry the house, date the rate, out there, right? All of those things right now, we're telling people, hey guys, listen, if you got to move, get into the house. The rates are going to come back down at some point. You're going to be able to hit the refinance. There will be another boom in that from all of the people purchasing. Still, lots of transactions are happening right now at the 7s and the 8s and even the 6s and that kind of stuff. So who knows where it'll drop down to, but all of those will have an opportunity and they'll want to refinance and they'll be looking to. I mean, most of them are, they're anxiously awaiting the rates coming down so they can jump in and do it. You can be their connection to get that done. And keep in mind, it's anything. You could have someone who, whether they're going to refinance or they maybe someone's going to, buy a new construction or buy, on their own without a realtor, but they still need a mortgage. You don't have to be part of the real estate transaction to get paid on the mortgage. You have to be part of the mortgage lending transaction, right? So you can, if you're out there and you can advertise that you can help people get connected in and get great rates and great services and great products and everything else, and then run any kind of mortgage business through there. So great opportunity, guys. Thanks for being with us. We appreciate your partnership.
No, thank you, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to put out all the contact information so you guys can dig in and get more information. We're going full bore on this, lots of opportunities, and we'll help you get up and going, but we'll also help you talk to other people about it. If you have people in your, other agents that you'd like to bring in and refer into this opportunity, we're here to help you with that. And of course, if you have a loan officer that you work with that you want to refer in to possibly be partnered with us, then, we'll jump on that and take great care of them as well. So excited about that. Really, really cool stuff going on, and we'll give you more information about the title company as we're getting that. All the insurance stuff is being filed right now, but very excited about that as well, and we'll be rolling that out on a national basis. All right, so a couple of other things real quick as we're wrapping up and getting to the end of the call for today. Guys, EXPCon, early bird pricing is, I don't know when it ends, but there's early bird pricing at $749. Keep in mind, right, we're not going to have, there's no more in-person shareholder meeting. This is the one big company event, and they're really, really awesome. They're really awesome, and they're special. You don't want to miss it. And for the first time ever, it's going to be in Miami. So pretty cool, great spot. It's October 27th to the 30th. But you want to get your early bird ticket because, guys, if you decide to go later, you're just going to pay more. So get your ticket. I promise you, if later on life happens and you can't go, you will be able to sell your ticket, transfer your ticket to someone else because prices will be a lot higher. They'll be paying $1,000 or whatever, $999 for their tickets, and you'll be able to transfer your ticket at the early bird price in a heartbeat. I promise you. So that will not be a problem. And then, you can get your hotel reservation, make sure you're blocked and you got that. Cause again, you can always cancel that if you had to as well, or transfer that. So, you can wait on your airfare and all of that. So guys, just get it booked, put it into your business plan to be there. We'll get a whole group of FYR partners that are all there. We have a great time. And through the people that are in this group, people like, Frank and myself who, happen to be connected with all the top agents across the country, all the executive team and leadership and stuff. We always make sure that there's a great opportunity for you guys to meet, shake hands, hang out with, have dinner with, go on a run with, all of the corporate leadership team, and to really get to know them and to get entrenched in the company and the other top producers out there, the people you see, on screen. We want you guys to have personal relationships with them so you can reach out to them to help build your business. This is where it happens. So please, please, please think about being there. We always have a great crew out there. We had a great time. Last time we went to that Beatles Love show as well, and that was a blast. And the last thing is, it's coming back, baby. Yes, the 3rd annual Ugly Christmas Sweater Zoom. So next month when we do this, right? Look at my abs, man. I've gotten out of shape since last Christmas. So guys, we do this every year. This will be our 3rd one, and people go all out. I do remember, if Brett's still on here, he and Amy were Christmas trees, full on floor to ceiling, zip all the way up, Christmas tree outfit. It was hilarious. Christiana, I think, was our winner last year. And she had a phenomenal outfit. So I think she had a little, she had ornaments everywhere and all kinds of stuff. It was a blast. So guys, people really do this. People, I promise you, you will not, like, we're not going to do this and we're not punking you. You will not show up on the Zoom and be the only one dressed goofy. So Kristen and I are shopping for our outfits for this year, but that was last year's outfit up there on the picture. So to encourage you to get ugly, get as ugly as you can, have a lot of fun with it. It'll be a semi-normal partner Zoom in addition to judging costumes and that kind of stuff. So fun for the holidays, celebrating the end of the year, and our FYR family. So we like to have some fun around here. So be ready for that. And it is on December 1st. That is the first Friday of the month for December. So look forward to you being there. Guys, there's opportunity out there. I'm going to stop sharing this real quick. So there's tons of opportunity out there, and you just have to go grab it. So I just really want, we get a chance to see this on a national level. We get to see what's happening in the marketplace. We get to see what's happening with different people's businesses. And, there is, from a production standpoint and from an agent attraction standpoint, the different things that bring in income for you. Guys, there's so much opportunity out there. So if you're not feeling it, please don't be out there adrift alone and be frustrated. Come talk to us. If we don't know how to help you directly, we know someone who can. Okay, so we can help you get connected. And maybe you are killing it, but maybe you're looking for new ways to adjust and shift, or there's some strategies you want to do in your business and everything else. We would love to help you. So please don't ever feel like you're out there alone. Lean into this group, lean into us, because that's what we're here for, and that's what this group is all about. And we are excited about the amount of success that's happening inside of this group. I mean, a 400% jump in commissions is nothing to sneeze at, right? That's a pretty big deal. So, and that's you guys. So love it. Keep up the great work, guys. Please let us know what we can do to help you. Stay engaged, have fun through the holidays, have an amazing weekend. And thanks for being here.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
You guys.
We'll be throwing all this in the workplace group so you guys have access to it.